So I saw another video today that spoke about the stuff I've been writing lately also. Another perspective of the same ideas of the AI becoming the Antichrist. Some of them leave some of the details out that I give of the computer networks, or basically the beast system, and they did enhance a few things that I mentioned, but a little bit better. We have Rock Harbor Church is still speaking of it. He does leave a lot of things out that I covered. My hat's crooked, sorry. And I think his name's Joseph Z or something like that. He writes books and about end times prophecy. I usually haven't watched his stuff, but today for some reason I felt led to, and it was touching on a lot of the issues I wrote about in the AI Conspiracies. I'm up to 12 chapters. I don't know if I like calling them chapters. I call them writings. I just feel like they're fed to me from above, and man, it's weird because the one of them just, I felt a heavy burden for 4 hours until I wrote it. I didn't have the title or nothing until about the 4 hours was up, and when I started writing, that burden just went away. That was the weirdest thing. I've had burdens before, but this was so heavy. And I mentioned it in the writing. I can't remember which one it was. So some interesting times. We really need to look back and consider what things today look like in the past. Like in one of the writings I put, my papyrus. I spoke to my papyrus and words appeared on its fiery surface. Maybe that's a cell phone, but that's not in the Bible, but I'm just giving you an example. And then I changed that later to, in another writing, my brick, which phones look like a brick, right? And they made bricks back then. Had a fiery surface, which is lighting up. I spoke to my brick, which would sound really funny back then, and words appeared on its fiery surface. Or I spoke to my brick, and somebody answered on another brick in a distant land. So you got your communication. But lately I've been reviewing what I had looked up 10 years ago about the mark. And I really feel strongly about the tattoo. Because the mark's got to be a safety and security issue. And we're hearing that. We've heard that from the last 5 leaders, I think it was, the presidents. Safety and security. And I think Obama said it the most. So, on the tattoos, it's interesting because I think we're fed information that's old. Because 10 years ago, I saw the information on and I have it wrote down somewhere, the information on the biometric or biomechanical, they call it now, tattoo, that 10 years ago they said would replace your cell phone. Hasn't done that yet. But the it's a low voltage circuit that draws off of your energy. And back then, one source was saying your nervous system, and the one now was saying your sweat. And is it because sweat's salty that it would cause a battery to create voltage? I seem to remember something about that when I was researching batteries at one time. Yeah, I've been everywhere. So, are you ready? Are you ready for what's coming? Because it's, in one side it's scary, and especially if you are expecting this world to never expire, you're going to be very scared. But this world will expire. You can do all the fundraisers you want. It just makes one person rich. You can do to save the planet. You can save this, save that. The planet's still going to expire. So you saved something that's not going to live anyway. Good job. I'm kind of hoping the clouds clear tonight so we can see that aurora thing, because it's been heavy clouds the last few days, but there's a few breaks in the clouds, so I'm hoping those clear up a little more. Well, I'm just rattling now, so I'm going to have to cut this off because I don't like making long videos. I like short stuff. When I spoke in the pulpit, it was short. Got to the point. Made my case. You take it or leave it. It's not that I don't care. Sometimes you just have to put it out there, and if people don't want to hear it, and that's just too bad. They don't want to hear the truth. And they love the lies. The media is the one that drives me nuts, because I've looked at 3 different sources, left wing, right wing, midway. All 3 say totally different things. The left wing, it's always Trump's fault. Everything's Trump's fault. The middle tells a little more of the truth, that, like, for example, the Democrats had the chance to end the shutdown. But on the left, it's all Trump's fault. So we've seen this historically for decades, that the Democrats do this over and over and over again until it's so sickening. Yet people still follow it, and they say, oh, it's still Trump's fault. You need to review your sources, because you are not verifying anything you hear. I waste too much time verifying things. But that doesn't matter, because you just want to hear what you want to hear. You get stuck in your little world that's going to end. It's too bad. You could accept Christ, but you don't want to believe in that. Even though it's documented, they're still finding artifacts that prove things in the Bible. And I love that. I love seeing those history blurbs where they found this, they found that. They've found so much from stuff that's in the Bible. So many proofs. Yet, you still don't believe it. Yet you'll believe Buddha, or you'll believe atheism is the biggest faith one, because you're believing in nothing. That's a lot of faith. Or is it? I'll leave that up to you to decide. Just remember, the world has an expiration date. Talk to y'all later.